Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Love Ashe, back at you with another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at what family wounds are you here to heal. This is going to be a pick a card, or rather a pick a picture, but let's go ahead, or pick a symbol. So let's go ahead and let's dive right in. So as you guys can see on the screen here, we have group number 1, which is a spiritual eye. Group number 2, which is the yin and yang, and group number 3, which is the praying hands. Okay, so take some time, pause this video if you need to, and really focus your intentions, your intuition on what it is that you came here to heal. So the timestamps are going to be pinned down below. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. Give this video a thumbs up. Let's go ahead and get started in today's video. So group number 1, let's go ahead and get started. So right away, group number 1, you guys could be a life path number 1, a life path number 3, a life path number 4. You could have predominant placements in your natal chart in your 1st, 3rd, or 4th house. You could be an Aries, you could be a Gemini, or you could be a Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with my Root of the Problem Oracle deck, which is an oracle deck that I created. You can purchase this on my website to help you to get to the root of your issues with healing ancestral wounds. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started, group 1. So right away, group number 1, with you guys selecting the eye, the spiritual eye. The spiritual eye represents awareness, inner vision, and insight. And so when we're talking about what you came here to heal in regards to family wounds, this is about you being someone who uncovers hidden truths, or you see beyond the illusions of your family. You see beyond the narcissist. You see beyond the drama. You see beyond certain dynamics. You don't go with the grain. I'm getting black sheep. Like, you are about gaining clarity about different family dynamics that may have been overlooked or misunderstood. Typically, people in your family who are misunderstood, you want to be that person. Like if somebody said, oh, we don't talk to her because of this, you're that person that you want to really get to know that person for yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Group number 1. All right, group number 1, what did they come here to heal? The group number 1 come here to heal. And for some of you guys, it's going to be multiple things you came here to heal, but I'm going to try to focus in on one specific thing, okay? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look for group number 1. So we have neglect. I am void of nourishment and care I deserve. Abandonment, disregard, neglect. We have divorce. I am torn apart by the pain of divorce, shattered fragments of a once whole union, separations, endings, and losses. Okay, and then we have lack or loss of ancestral knowledge. I am lost in the silence of forgotten wisdom without guidance from the past. Heritage void, disconnection from your roots, lost traditions. All right, so group number 1, starting off here with neglect. You know, this card is about a pattern of emotional or physical neglect in your family line. So this is a lack of nurturing, of care, of attention that really resulted in a feeling of abandonment or unworthiness. So your ancestors recognize the pain of feeling unseen or undervalued. Like I was talking about here in the beginning with you guys, you know, really, you know, understanding people who people may try to shun in the family. Maybe you're that person that has felt like you're shunned. You're the black sheep in the family, but you know, you recognize the pain of feeling unseen or undervalued, and you're here to break this cycle by nurturing yourself and nurturing others and creating a foundation of love and care where there once was neglect. Okay, I definitely feel like if somebody like literally doesn't like somebody in the family, you don't just like follow the bandwagon. You know what I mean? Like you don't just follow the leader. Like, yeah, I don't like her either. And if somebody asks you why, you couldn't even tell them why. You're not like that. And I feel like because there's a lot of toxicity within your family, a lot of people may feel like you're like disloyal because you are that way, because you ask questions. Okay. Yeah, because you ask questions. Another thing as well I'm picking up here things in this situation are moving cosmic balance. Yeah, you bring things into a cosmic balance. Like you might be drawn to group number 2 as well. Okay, I feel like you bring things into a cosmic balance. You know, I feel like people know, like, you're the type of person that if you don't agree with something that somebody did, you know, or if you don't agree with the way somebody's talking about somebody, you're going to speak up for that person, or you're not going to engage in like gossip and things like that, you know, especially because you see the spiritual eye. Like I said, you guys pick, you see beyond the illusion. Somebody could seem like they're talking because they were hurt by somebody, but really they're jealous, you know, or really there's unresolved trauma from something else, you know, like you see beyond the surface level issues in your family. Okay, you have a strong third eye. Okay, yeah, you guys have a strong third eye here. The first house and the third house here. Third house represents communication. First house represents the self, the body, right? And so when we combine 1 + 3 = 4, 4 represents Cancer, which represents the family, the home, the roots, our ancestral, like our foundation, right? And so it's like you see beyond, you know, things and illusions, and as well as you speak up on it. You know, you speak up on it. You say, well, you know, that's not right, or I get y'all feel that way, but I feel this way. Okay, so courageous is what I'm hearing. So with the divorce card, you know, the divorce card highlights separation, but not just in marriage, right? Also in family relationships. So this is a broken bond or instability in family structures or unresolved conflict that kind of led to division. Again, I feel like people just be falling in and falling out. It be about stuff that people don't even have no idea about what really went on. This person got their side of the story. This person got their side, and everybody trying to pull somebody to their side, okay? Just unresolved issues, you know, conflicts that led to division. Again, group number 1, you guys are here to bring healing to fractured relationships in your family. Maybe when you grew up, you wanted to be a psychologist, or maybe you wanted to be a therapist or a counselor, or, you know, whatever. Maybe you're into healing now, but you've always in some form or fashion wanted to mend relationships to bring people closer together. Okay. And you are somebody that you choose peace and forgiveness. And so that's one of your gifts. And one of the things you are here to bring healing to in your family is by always choosing peace and forgiveness and mending the ties that were broken by creating unity where there was division. Now, as I'm saying this, I do feel like you're at a point to where you might be at a breaking point right now. And this message may really give you that motivation to understand why things in your life have been happening, why people are against you, why can't anybody get along, get together, why am I so shunned and isolated? So your spiritual team, your ancestors specifically, could be giving you guidance on why you are going through a very specific situation right now. But remember, these readings are timeless. So if this message, you know, you were drawn to this 5-10 years from now, this message found you for a reason. Okay. But yeah, there's just a lot of shattered fragments of relationships, you know. It's people forcing other people to pick a side, you know what I mean? This could even be you having to pick between the mom side and the dad side of the family, you know what I'm saying? And one of the sides of the family, they're about, well, who took care of you? Why do you even want a relationship with those people? You know, you constantly being pulled in each different direction and being in the middle of some stuff, okay? You struggle to clear away energy blockages or stagnant energy to create space for all that is new. Now, what I just heard with that, you guys, is that, you know, as much as you are learning to grow into being somebody that is, you know, healing, you are, you know, forgiving and loving, and you let bygones be bygones, there is a side of you that people got you fucked up. There are some times where you have a hard time letting go of these energy blockages, letting go of resentment, letting go of anger, letting go of pain, because people really hit below the belt is what I just heard here. Third house again coming through here. Third house is, you know, I feel like people really hit below the belt, and they say some of the most disgusting things to you or about you behind your back. And, you know, you may put on a facade as if it doesn't hurt, you know, because I do feel like you guys have a poker face. Okay. But in reality, these things do hurt you, you know, so sometimes you do. And it's okay if you need help to reach out to someone, if you are struggling to clear away, you know, some energy blockages. I'm also hearing chakras. So doing some type of Reiki or something like that could be really good for you guys, or, you know, working on your chakras, or doing some energy healing things like sound bowl or 432 hertz on YouTube. Things like that are really going to help you to clear away some energy blockages of stagnant energy, because don't get it twisted. Just because these things are what you came here to heal does not mean that you are not going to be presented with opposition. And the biggest ops are going to be sometimes from our family, okay? Because you're coming here to do big things, okay? And it may not be a conscious thing that they're they're not trying to, they're not trying to help. You would be like, this is my family. This is your family too. Why are you not trying to help me break these generational curses? Why aren't you trying to help me bring people together? But everybody is not going to be on that elevated spiritual journey. Okay. So it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Okay. But just don't put that pressure on yourself just because you know that you are somebody that is meant to be that peace. You're meant to be forgiving and things like that. That does not mean that because your peace and forgiveness is what you are here to choose. It doesn't mean that you don't have real feelings. Okay. Let me hurry up because I don't want these messages to be too long. So last but not least, loss of ancestral knowledge here. So, I feel like there's a disconnect from your like cultural roots, your traditions, your spiritual practices, things that pretty much once guided your family. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not even showing y'all the cards. Okay. Things that pretty much, once guided your family. It's like a significant loss of identity or wisdom in some way that should have been passed down through generations and through generations. It's like over time, things got watered down and just thrown away, baby with the bathwater type thing. So again, group one, your role is to reconnect with and reclaim those ancestral wisdom, that ancestral wisdom that's been lost. And so your ancestors are really guiding you to rediscover the knowledge and traditions that were forgotten and bring them back to life for yourself and future generations. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull some additional oracle messages here, or some messages in general, and then close out. Okay. Wow. Y'all look at that. What did I say? Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper. Yes, you're the peacekeeper. And I know some of y'all, like, you probably choose violence, or you be wanting to choose violence. So it's like, I don't want to be the damn peacekeeper. I want to be the ass whooper, But baby, this is what you got. You the peacekeeper, okay? And then we have inconsistency coming out here. And so, with peacekeeper inconsistency coming out here, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, you guys are still growing. If you're a Gemini, say hey in the comments, okay? But I feel like some of y'all, you're learning, okay? You're learning how to be the peacekeeper. You're learning how to not choose violence. And so, sometimes you may pop off, but you're still learning. Again, don't put that pressure on yourself to be perfect. All right. Let's go ahead and pull some additional cards and close out for you guys. Let me just go ahead and get them all out. And make sure, if you guys want to order my deck, you head to my website. If you want to purchase any of my readings, okay? Information is pinned in the comment section as well. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and pull some additional ancestor messages for group number one. Okay, I don't feel like that one's supposed to be, but we'll leave. Okay. Additional ancestor messages for group number one, pile one. Those who selected the spiritual eye. Those who selected the spiritual eye. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in and see what we have here. Give me a second, you guys. All right, so the first thing that I'm hearing here with the arrow card, it says surround yourself with protective energy, stay rooted and grounded. I feel like the inconsistency that some people may see is that you have to step back sometimes to go into hermit mode, okay? Because or else these people will drive, these folks gonna drive you crazy, okay? You have to take a step back from your family sometimes to give yourself a reset. You could be a earth sign as well, okay? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy is definitely present here, where you definitely need to stay rooted and stay grounded, okay? Because being around them sometimes it can kind of distract you from why you're here. You're meant to be, again, the peacekeeper. All right. If you don't have an ancestor altar, okay, your ancestors are really encouraging you, and you don't have to have an ancestral altar here. Let me correct that. Okay. But for some of you, what I am seeing here, if you do have an ancestral altar, you have your ancestors coming through here saying that, they're proud of you for creating that altar space and things like that, being consistent. All right. As well as they want to speak about, you getting more into a consistent meditation practice, because they're also showing me there are a lot of things that you do spiritually that you're really inconsistent in. Okay. It's like you start meditating for 2 days and that's it for you. You know what I mean? You'll start, doing certain spiritual things, shadow work, things like that. And then you're not consistent. And so because you're not consistent, they're saying you don't see the results because of your lack of consistency spiritually. Okay. And as well as they're saying with your family, okay, you're not seeing the results of it because you're not being consistent in it. Okay. Emotional liberations. You and your offsprings are free from inherited emotional burdens, trauma, free to experience emotional well-being. And so when we're dealing with the ancestral wound that we are put here to really heal within our lineage, we have to remember there are ancestral gifts that we unlock and activate to help us, that we get blessed with because of doing that hard work of breaking these generational curses. And so one of your activations, spiritual activations that you are receiving is emotional liberation. Okay. And then we have here the filler. Okay. You can pick up on pain and energy, picking up on everything around you, positive and negative energy. Right. And so with emotional liberation here, I really just get this feeling of like, you have to be so tough sometimes because you have to be that way because of the type of hands you were dealt. Like, I don't want to say hands you were dealt because ultimately we picked our family, but it's kind of like you have to be a certain way. The environment that you was raised in was like full of neglect and like no nourishment and things like that. So you had to really be away, but you're somebody who really struggles with processing your emotions and you're very loving and caring. You may have grew up with somebody who didn't really like to hug or something like that. Is what I'm hearing here. But like the more you tap into, let me see what this card is. Angel number 555, change, transformation, freedom, stand focused on your goals. The more you tap into your spirituality, you be consistent, okay? The more it is going to enable you to protect yourself when you are doing this work. Protection is really big for you. You're somebody that you have ops within your family, okay? Look at that. We have ego. I didn't even see that card fall out right there. Yeah, you have ops within your family. People, it's some crazy, crazy stuff going on, okay? You got some ops within your family, so it's important for you to keep protection work up, okay? It's very important for you to keep your protection work up, okay? Especially protecting yourself. Yeah, look at that, because a lot of people want to try to convince you that you're worthless. That's something I felt like you guys dealt with a lot, is people who try to overpower you with their ego to convince you that you have no value, you're inadequate, you're worthless, you're meaningless, yeah. Okay, so that is it for group number 1. Let me know in the comments how it resonates with you, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Hey, what's going on, group number 2? Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what family wounds are you here to heal. All right, so you guys chose the yin and yang symbol, and the yin and yang represents balance, duality, and opposites. Okay, so when we're talking about family wounds, this is about, this speaks to the need for harmony and balancing of conflicting energies arose within your family. And so, I feel like, group number 2, you guys are here to heal wounds related to imbalance, like extreme behaviors, power struggles, or conflicting values. There may have been like a situation or just through your whole life where you feel like you've been caught between like opposing family dynamics and their role, and kind of trying to figure out how to find and create balance. You guys could be a Libra. You guys could also, have life path number 3, life path number 9. You could have predominant placements in your 12th or 9th house. You could have Jupiter in your 12th house. You could have Neptune in your 9th house. You could be a Pisces. You could be a Sagittarius. What else? You could be born on the 12th or the 9th. Okay. But yeah, you guys are here to heal family wounds related to imbalances, like extremes. Like you're here to restore harmony where there's been division. So you guys may have been drawn to group number 1. I definitely would check it out and see if there's some messages for you in there. But that's what I'm strongly picking up on now, is that your ancestors are guiding you to merge the light and dark aspects of your family story and create a path of peace and unity. Okay, definitely check out group number 2 if you guys felt drawn to it. But I'm also almost hearing like something a little different for you guys than group 1, where group 1 was more focused on just healing certain family dynamics. But what I'm feeling for you guys is that you may have a super successful like group of your family where like they went to school, they got the degrees, they have houses and things like that, or they're just doing well compared to some other people, where like you either have people who are really successful, or you have people who are like on drugs, who have untreated mental health issues, who like, you know what I'm saying, like these harsh differences in the family where it separates based upon success and like what you've achieved in life. And that's the thing that's not bridging the family together. So we're gonna see, because some kind of way I feel like you guys are here to restore harmony. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but let's see if we can see how you're gonna restore harmony where there's been division in your family. Okay, and it's like about merging the light and darker aspects of your family story. It's like, for example, if you have like a mother who was on drugs, and then you have somebody like their child became super successful. Yes, the mother, she shouldn't have been on drugs, right? She should have did better, but she didn't. But because of that pain and that neglect and things that she did, it really motivated that child, through the trauma to be the best version of herself, to break the generational curse of maybe, being like her mom, So it's like about recognizing that balance, and letting go of like grudges, you know what I'm saying? But let's just go ahead and take a look and see for you guys. Group 2. What family wounds are they here to heal, Spirit? Group 2. What family wounds are Group 2 here to heal? All right. So underneath the deck here, we have narcissist. We have shame. We have secrets. And we have guilt. Wow. Okay. Starting off with this narcissist here, I am wounded by manipulation, gaslighting, deceit, exploitation. Okay. Let's start off with here. And then we have neglect underneath the bottom of the deck, and we have abandonment as well. So this is a lot. I feel like you guys know that you have like some work to do. Okay. So starting off with the narcissist card here, what this feels like is that there's been this presence of narcissistic behavior in your family, like somebody who may have been like self-centered or controlling or, just all about them and all about pulling other people's strings. And so this often type of energy within family dynamics, or hell, any dynamics, it leads to emotional abuse, gaslighting and a lack of empathy within the family dynamics. Like, oh, well, she should have never did that, and she wouldn't have been like that. She should have never started hanging around them, and her life would have never been like that, to where, that kind of a thing, you know what I mean? But, I feel like for group number 2, right away, what I'm hearing is that you're here to break the cycle of narcissistic patterns in your family. I feel like you're somebody who you're very conscious of yourself. Like, you're like, am I wrong? Did I do that? Am I being a narcissist? Am I being this way? Like, you're very conscious of, that's why I saw mirror. Like, you're very conscious of how other people view you, but not in a self-conscious way, but in a more of like, I never want to be like this particular person kind of way, but also, you're meant as well to break these cycles by, I'm hearing, standing firm in your boundaries and your self-worth, by looking at yourself, not allowing other people to tell you who you are and who you're not, like having those boundaries, teaching others that true strength, it comes from love and compassion and not control and manipulation. I don't got to control you to get what I want. All I need to do is continue to pour into myself love and compassion, and you are expecting the same from other people. Okay. Narcissist. So we have guilt coming out here, and we already had guilt here in the reading. So we got guilt here twice. Okay. Let me show y'all. We got guilt here twice, y'all, okay? And so this card here says everything is my fault, blame, shame, regret, responsibility. So I feel like with this card coming out to clarify the narcissist card, I feel like this is somebody in your life or a lot of people in your family that doesn't want to ever take accountability. So let's go back to the example of that mom who was on drugs or whatever, who didn't take care of their child, right? This is this energy of that, instead of that mom taking accountability for what she did and didn't do, she's in this energy of like, oh, it's okay if you don't want to be my daughter. It's okay. I know I did this. I know, like, not really want to take accountability, wanted to guilt trip. You know what I mean? Like, wanted to guilt trip because they don't have the emotional awareness or the emotional capability to really stand in their truth in the way that they think they're doing. Okay. So next is guilt. Okay. It says, I am overwhelmed by the weight of my past actions, shame, regret, blame, burdens. And so, this is about, family members may have been made to feel responsible for other people's actions or other people's emotions. A lot of guilt tripping in the family, you know what I mean? Or the dysfunction within it is always blaming it on somebody else to where like you can't even keep up, before we done went through the whole family blaming this person, that person, this person, that person, And so this is about a legacy of guilt, of shame, of blame that's been passed down, creating this feeling of unworthiness or obligation, you know what I mean? And so, this is about you guys releasing the burden of guilt that doesn't belong to you, and your ancestors, they want you to know that you're free to live your life without carrying the weight of past actions and mistakes, and you can let go and you can forgive. And so you might find yourself being placed in a lot of situations where you're having to let go and forgive and let go of the past and accept and have compassion for people, because ultimately this is what family wound you're here to heal. You're here to lead by example. Okay. And so this is about you guys letting go and forgiving yourself, because you're worthy of that peace and you're worthy of that happiness. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Guilt. Everybody's just walking around with guilt though. Like, and then it's like guilt with the secrets card here and shame. I'm almost getting like, SA, like sexual abuse in the family as well. That doesn't have to be for everybody, but I am getting that with these cards: narcissist, guilt, secret, shame. You know what I mean? Yeah, look at that. We have control, which represents that narcissistic card here, because this card is like a puppeteer, you know, puppeting, controlling someone else. And then we have here control. I must control everything, power, command, authority here. Okay. So yeah, this is coming out here for guilt. You know, in order to control the narrative, it's a lot of controlling people in your family. Okay. A lot of people who have abused their power and authority as well. So next, moving on to secrets. I'm burdened by the weight of secrets, family secrets, taking it to the grave, hidden truths here. And so with this card here, secrets is about, you know, things that may have caused the mistrust and confusion and emotional suppression. You know, this card is about hidden truths of, excuse me. This card is about hidden truths or unspoken issues that created a sense of fear or shame within the family dynamics. Like, you know, if let's say, you know, something happened where somebody was assaulted or abused in a sexual way, right? It's like you have to keep it a secret. You should be ashamed, you know, even though this person manipulated you into control of you, you should feel shame, or everybody should feel shame, because you shouldn't have had that short dress on. You shouldn't have been doing this YZ. You shouldn't have been dancing. You shouldn't have been in a room alone, you know, but it's like at the same time, not holding the other person accountable for what they did in what they did, because ultimately they were dead ass wrong. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of secrets and things here. And so when we're talking about secrets in the family dynamic, what you are here to do, group 2, is you're the one to bring light to the shadows. You're the one to speak up, to say, this happened to me, and who gonna check me? This is my truth. You're not keeping me quiet. You know, you're the one that people will come to with their secrets, and you will encourage them to speak their truth, to heal that. I just heard breast cancer. Okay. So there may be a history of breast cancer within your family. And it's not to scare you or anything, but I read one time that, spiritual symptoms manifest into the physical body. Okay. And so oftentimes you'll see that sometimes, you know, when people are having secrets and things like that, and they carry it to their chest, right? The breast area as well. This also deals with like breast cancer. You know what I'm saying? So that could be relevant for somebody. Okay. All right. So then now moving on to shame. Okay. So this card speaks about feelings of shame and unworthiness that are linked to family expectations and what's normal and just past events. Shame is something that I feel like really prevents people from fully embracing their true selves. I'm also hearing like LGBTQ. Okay, so there could be something where, you know, somebody wanted to come out and just be themselves, and people wanted to control the narrative, and they had to feel like they kept themselves a secret in some kind of way. And it just felt very controlling and restricted. And you're meant, again, I'm hearing the words freedom. Okay. Your ancestors want you to release the shame that's held you back, because you're not defined by judgments. You're not defined by failures of the past. You need to step into your light and honor who you truly are without fear of condemnation. Okay. Without fear of condemnation. Okay. So So for some of y'all, this is your mother. Okay. This narcissist or this person I'm speaking about, some kind of way, the mother is coming out here. Then we have exposed truth revealed for the mother. All right. Lust coming out here. Somebody was unable to control their lust. We have Pisces coming out. Somebody was unable to control their lust. It could be your mother. It could be what people say about you. Okay. I'm hearing aunt too. An aunt. CPS got involved. Okay. Okay. CPS may have got involved, or something with CPS. Regret. Somebody could have falsely called CPS on somebody, your mother. Okay, an aunt could have called CPS. Your mother's sister could have called CPS, or something that have to do with like family drama or guilt. And maybe you got taken away from your mother. Okay, because again, we do have neglect, but the neglect is here in your family by abandonment. Okay, so CPS couldn't got a call or something like that, or you were just or something like that, y'all. Okay, something like that happened to where it's just like, how can I ever forgive this person? You know, not only have they affected my life, but they affected, you know, my child's life as well. You know, then we have anger here. You know, so yeah, there's a lot of anger around a particular situation. Okay, between a sisters, a mother, and a mother and her mother, or something like that. It says, I can't control my rage, fury, hate, resentment. And then we have here divine masculine coming forward here. So you could be a masculine, okay? You could be a divine masculine. This could be in regards to, this could be in regards to a divine masculine in your life. This could be a son. Okay, it's a lot of different messages. Take what resonates, y'all. But yeah, your spiritual team, your ancestors specifically, are talking about opening your eyes to the good things in your life and not focusing on the negative. So let's go ahead and pull your final messages. And remember, if you guys want to order my deck, you can order my deck, The Root of the Problem. Information is pinned down below. If you want to book any of my readings, please do so with the link as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out with some final messages for group number 2. Group number 2. I do feel like, this group is here to heal intense emotional wounds that are rooted in manipulation, that are rooted in secrecy and shame. And so your ancestors are really guiding you to restore balance and authenticity. Yeah, there you go. Authenticity in your family by breaking free from these toxic patterns, by you being yourself. Okay, by you being yourself, by you being that mirror. Okay, that's what I'm hearing for you. Let me go ahead and pull some additional messages, get them all laid out here. Some of you guys may be readers, spiritualists. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here for y'all. Moon. Some of y'all can have the moon in the 12th house or the moon in the 9th house. Guardian angel, you're not alone. Okay. And that's that Jupiter in 12th house placement as well, to where it seems like things just start working out for you in the nick of time. Things just be working out for you in the nick of time, okay? Like, it's like you have a guardian angel that sits really closely with you to really help you out here. Like an ancestor that, works really, really closely with you that could be a guardian angel, okay? So as well as, you guys are clairaudient, okay? You may hear messages from your spiritual team and you're trying to wonder, did you really hear something? Yes, you did. Okay. Yes, you did. Another thing as well that I'm seeing here, I might see the living and the dead, the past, the present, and the future. Pay attention to your visions, your dreams, your spiritual encounters. I feel like a lot of you guys are really, really spiritual. Like, you have some strong spiritual gifts that sometimes that have been repressed by shame. Maybe you practice spirituality and you're afraid to really just come out with what you do spiritually because you grew up in a religious family, or again, your sexuality, or just how you want to live your life. You feel like you'll be shunned from your family because your family's all about keeping secrets and if you don't want to keep secrets, they're going to make you feel shame. I don't know why I just heard that, but somebody wants to do like OnlyFans or something like that, or somebody has a way of making money. Maybe it's dancing or something like that. And it's like, people want to try to guilt trip you or make you feel a certain type of way for like however it is that you make money, okay? Something to make you feel like, like shit. You know what I mean? Let's pull some additional messages. Group 2. For group 2. You're here to bring truths to the surface, okay? People cannot be sneaky around you, baby. No, not group 2. No. Because you hear everything and you see everything too. Just because you ain't in the mix don't mean you ain't in the know. Okay, group 2. So we have Leo coming out here. We have unexpected loss. We have generational wealth, shadow work, and ancestral guidance in your dreams. So again, we have a second message coming through here. Your ancestors are wanting you to know that you need to start keeping your dream journal, okay? As well as shadow work coming through here. Shadow work is very important for you to really help yourself to keep a level head when you're trying to work through healing these family wounds and things like that. You doing the shadow work. You always, I think I said that in the beginning, you always making sure you know when your shadow is in check, and keeping that balance again. I do feel like you guys may experience a lot of loss all the time, and you may be in the public eye, or you maybe are doing something that is something to help other people. It could be like YouTube or social media or something like that, or whatever it is. You're meant to impact the world in a greater way. But what I'm hearing here is before you can impact the world in a way that you're meant to impact the world, you first have to conquer these family wounds. And when I say conquer, it doesn't mean it have to be complete. You can't do anything until you do this, but just understand that the closer you get and the more you work towards healing this, okay, you start with yourself. And ultimately within yourself, because we are all interconnected through DNA, you heal your family as well by you being unapologetic, by you not, walking around with shames of feelings of unworthiness and unacceptance, worrying about flaws and things like that. You're going to experience losses. I feel like you guys have experienced losses. If I'm not mistaken, 12th house is the house of loss. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, but anyways, but we have generational wealth here. It's like you're going to get closer and closer and closer to wealth and abundance and prosperity the more you heal. Okay, the more you do the shadow work, the more you work on yourself. Okay, and also the thing is, the more certain things are going to be revealed to you. I didn't use this for group one, but I feel guided to use it for you guys. Okay, so we have happiness. There's a lot of happiness coming towards you, even if you don't feel it in your life right now. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So this could be a child if you guys are trying, or this could be a new business or a business finally. You finally taking action on a business. And we have solid foundation, success with efforts, okay? Tower. All right, so that is the message for group number 2. Let me know in the comments how it resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. All right, welcome group number 3 to your reading. Let's go ahead and dive into what family wounds are you here to heal? Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. So you guys selected the praying hands, and so this is a symbol of faith, of prayer, and spiritual connection. So when we're talking about family wounds, this is the need for spiritual healing, for forgiveness, and the power of, surrendering to a higher purpose, right? Or guidance. Okay, so you guys as well could have be life path number 9 or life path number 6. Okay, you also could be have predominant placements in your natal chart of 9th house or 6th house placements. You could have Virgo in your 9th house, or Virgo being the ruler of your 9th house, Mercury in your 9th house. You could also have Jupiter in your 6th house. You could have Jupiter conjunct your moon. Okay, I don't know why I just heard that. Jupiter conjunct your moon. But yeah, so you could also be born on the 9th of the month, the 6th of the month. All right, so let's go ahead and see. I just heard that a lot of you guys are the oddball outs, or you felt like the oddball out. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and see group number 3. What's going on for you guys. This is the root of the problem healing ancestral wounds oracle guide. It is available for purchase. If you guys want to purchase this, please click the link down below and get yours. Okay. All right, now let's get back to the program. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look and see. Let's get to the root of the problem for you guys and see what you guys are meant to heal. Group 3. What is group 3 meant to heal within their family wounds? Group 3. Group 3 spirit. Group 3. All right. You guys are the activists. You could have heavy like Aquarius placements. Okay. So we have here neglect. I am void of nourishment and care. Abandonment, disregard, neglect. Okay. We have trauma from racism. I am inferior and unworthy because of my race, condemned to suffer in silence, abandonment, rejection, absent, unavailable emotionally or physically. All right. We have divorce. I am torn apart by the pain of divorce, shattered fragments of a once whole union. This one came out in another group as well. And then we have teen pregnancy. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and see group number 3. I'm curious to see what all of this is, what's going on. All right. So group 3, starting off with the neglect here, the neglect card here, it represents emotional, physical, or psychological neglect within the family. And so this could be certain family members, especially children, or just, vulnerable individuals that were not given care or attention and nurturing that they needed. So right away, your ancestors see that neglect has caused a lot of pain and emotional scars within your family. And you're here to heal this wound by offering love and care and affection to yourself and others. And that's how you're going to break the cycle of abandonment and kind of disconnection between people in your family. Okay. And I hear you guys are like, the stuff that you guys are dealing with within your family, it's been going on for a long time, okay? That's what I'm hearing. Like, this is stuff that's been going on for a long time, okay? Especially with this trauma from racism, okay? But with this, starting off with the teen pregnancy here, teen pregnancy, it brings, shame, right? It brings fear. It brings a lack of support even, okay? Comment down below if you're a teen mom, all right? It brings a lack of support. And this can indicate a pattern of early responsibility, okay? Disrupted education, or and I don't want to say or, and family judgment, right? So this moon may also relate to feelings of being unprepared or unsupported in times of need, like I'm just hearing somebody may have had to go off to college and didn't have any support, or had to take care of other siblings, or had to just, really go through life without feeling like you were properly prepared. Like that was the way you felt neglected by not being prepared for the world. And your ancestors are acknowledging the strength it took to navigate this experience, to navigate this thing called life, to be in the family that you are in, but you're here to transform this stigma and challenges that are associated with it. And so that you can create a legacy of support, understanding, and empowerment for the future generations to come. I feel like you had to go through a lot of stuff very young, like in your early adulthood, teen pregnancy, divorce, trauma, like all these different things. I feel like you had to go through these things so that these can be a thing on your resume for what you have overcome. Okay. That's what I'm hearing first and foremost. It's not the end of your story. It's a part of your story is what they're saying. Okay. All right. So we have karmic sister coming out here. I don't know why that's coming out here. Let's see. Karmic sister, reconciliation. Okay, boom. So if you have a half sister, a stepsister, a sister, maybe you guys aren't close. Okay, they are speaking to that this relationship is going to be mended at some point in time. Okay, when they step up out that karmic energy. Okay, when they step up out that karmic energy, and you're going to be the one to do it. Okay, there's going to be reconciliation between you and this sister. Okay, you have the support of ascended masters. Okay, you have ascended masters that are supporting you. Okay, all right. So next we have divorce here. So divorce again is about broken relationships or unstable family structures. So this is about separation, not just between partners, but also emotional and physical distance within the family, causing instability and a sense of like insecurity. Okay. So again, you guys are here to bring healing to the pain of separation. Your ancestors want you to know that you can create a foundation of stability and unity, whether it's in your own relationships or within the family as a whole. Okay. And I feel like you're going to do this one by one. You're not going to do this by calling some big grand family meeting and saying, we finna figure this shit out. No, you do better one-on-one. Okay. There could have been a divorce. You could have been divorced. Okay. Okay. Let me see something here. Spirit, why is divorce here? Divorce. Okay. Something about this divorce, something about a separation between you and somebody else, or something about that here. We have gossip. So there might have been a lot of gossip. So they might have created embarrassment because of a separation. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Loneliness. I am always lonely. Becoming the healer. Just know that whatever this divorce, this separation was that you had to experience, okay, whether that's romantic or family, you needed this loneliness, okay? You needed this loneliness, this isolation, this time of solitude to become the healer, okay? That's why you went through what you went through, because you needed to become the healer. You weren't going to become the healer in this relationship. You weren't going to become the healer by being immersed into this family like that, but you're needing to get into this life so that you can have access to knowledge and traditional healing modalities, herbal remedies, energy work, and all of that jazz. Okay, so you had to spend a lot of time alone. Okay, so let's get into this racism here. This is the first time this card has came out. Okay, so this card here, trauma from racism. Show you guys, trauma from racism also represents abandonment, rejection, absent, unavailable emotionally or physically, right? But this card points to racial discrimination, oppression, and judgment that has impacted your family. Okay, and so this trauma could have manifested in feelings of inferiority, fear, anger that's been passed down through generations, and your ancestors want you to know that you have the power to reclaim your power and pride in who you are. They stand with you and they offer you strength and resilience. They're proud of you, and you have the resilience to overcome injustices. Okay. You're here to transform this trauma into empowerment and courage and healing for your lineage and for your community. I was hearing the word activist too. Yeah. Like, I feel like you are meant to like start a nonprofit or something like that. Like something, y'all meant to help people. Okay. But there is this deep rooted wound of neglect, of early responsibility, separation, and generational trauma of racism, I feel like, let me pull one more card here, because I feel like, for whatever reason with this group, I feel like there's like a thing, especially if you are, melanated, where there's a thing in your family of like light skin versus dark skin or something like that. Like, I don't know why I just heard that, but there's like a separation between like light skin or dark skin. It could even be with this sister, you know, light skin or dark skin, something about that. Like light skin being inferior, and if you're dark skin, you're unworthy, you know what I'm saying, of being in it. Something to do with that for some of y'all, okay? Trauma from racism. Trauma from racism. Clarifier. Yeah. So we have poverty coming out here to clarify. Exactly. So, you know, another thing as well is I feel like, you know, a racism within itself, within America, it really sets your family back, as it did a lot of melanated people back in the day. Okay. And as, I mean, shit, if I'm real, as it is still now. Okay. Let's just keep it a buck. Okay. But yeah. But poverty is being trapped in a cycle of scarcity and lack, a lack of resources, hardship, the struggle. And it's like a part of the reason why it seems so difficult for you, like your family, to like be in one accord is because of like focusing on materialism, you know, being trapped in that poverty like mindset, you know. So let's go ahead and pull some additional messages for y'all. For group 3. Your ancestors also want you to know that they want you to do some research, to dig, to learn more about them and where they're from and what they experience. I just heard like the transatlantic slave trade. They want you to study up on that. Okay. 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 You know, some of your ancestors fought in a war. That's what I'm hearing, or in a lot of battles. Hold on. You even have some ancestors that date way far back as to even being here as some of the first people. Okay, like that's what I'm hearing. Yeah, a lot of shamans, healers, medicine women, medicine men, like ancient, like even back to ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt, right? Like the builders, the people who set the foundation, you know what I mean? Very hard working, okay? Yeah. Very hard working here. Okay, so let's dive in. So they want you to know that you have their protection, okay? Like I said, you know, you have their protection. Connect with them more. They want you to connect with them more. And they want you to know as well that everything you do, like things gonna pay off for you, okay? Things are going to pay off for you, especially with the wealth, abundance, legacy, and growth here. Things are going to pay off for you in a major way. Yeah, they want you to know your hard work is going to pay off a lot, okay? You're going to break generational curses, okay? Specifically around money and wealth and things like that, you know, as well as, like I said, separation and wounds related to neglect or early responsibility. Yeah, we have Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. I just heard that maybe some of y'all need to go outside and hug a tree. Okay. They support your plans that you have. Okay. Yeah, look at that. I've been watching over you. Learn more about your heritage. Through research, you will find me. Look at that. They want you to study and learn more about them. Okay. Like I said, life may feel up and down for you guys right now, but they want you to know that it's because you're going through like some form of a spiritual initiation in your life, because there's so much knowledge and wisdom that you have access to here. Like I said, like your ancestors, baby, we got the medicine men, the medicine women. They have a lot of wisdom, okay? A lot of wisdom and knowledge and understanding. Again, yeah, we did have becoming the healer. So you're initiating into being the healer. It says you have access to knowledge of traditional healing modalities, herbal remedies, energy work, and more. It's so much that they want to teach you, you know? But it's like you have to see yourself as deserving of it, you know? You got to put that foot there and start like doing that work, you know? You got to feel worthy of it is what I'm hearing, okay? So additional messages for group 3, and then we'll close out. Group 3. Group 3. Okay. Group 3. They trying to come in with a full hour message. And I am not ready to do a whole hour message, okay? Generational wealth. Like I said, you guys, yeah, that's definitely going to be something that you guys are going to be making it happen. All right. Let me see these last additional cards. You're very creative. Okay. You're very creative, and a lot of your talents and strengths and things and your creativity, it comes from like your ancestral lineage. Okay. Like, you're just very creative, we have angel number 999, completions, endings, being of service. We also have the ninth house here as well. And so this is, about you guys, really taking action on a creative idea that you have. Okay. It's going to bring you a lot of success and abundance. They want you to know. Okay. And you really working through this abandonment issues that you have as well for some of you guys. Because sometimes with you not working on this abandonment, you attract people who are users, and you tend to hold on to people, places, and things longer than you should. Okay. I want to close out without acknowledging this, but I can't. I can't do it, y'all. We got dark magic and Taurus. Taurus represents the second house. Let's go ahead and see why this is here. It's dark magic and Taurus. Dark magic and Taurus for group 3. Okay. And then we're going to end it there. Okay. All right. So we have karmic toxic masculine. So this karmic toxic masculine could be a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising. You could be a Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, and this person is doing dark magic on you. Okay. Yeah. So they're coming through saying the dark magic is guilt tripping. So they're bringing it full circle to the reading. Okay. Again, when we have guilt already here, we got guilt tripping again. Okay. So, just be mindful of people guilt tripping you. That's a form of dark magic. Okay. Guilt tripping is definitely, and the reason why I'm saying that, with the guilt tripping, dark magic, and Taurus, that's guilt tripping is a form of dark magic because it's a form of manipulation, right? And so what I'm saying here is that there could be somebody who uses manipulation tactics like guilt tripping, energetic manipulation. So just like dark magic sometimes like manipulates energy to influence someone to do something against their will, guilt tripping manipulates emotional energy to control somebody's behaviors or somebody's like decisions, and it preys on like a person's sense of right and wrong, distorting their perception and like creating like this emotional turmoil that makes you doubt yourself and you have anxiety and depression. Okay. So that person can have power or control over you. And so connecting it to Taurus, this is when somebody uses guilt to manipulate someone to destabilize their self-worth or destabilize their security. And so, so they can have control over them. It's like an energetic attack on somebody's personal foundations and values. Okay. Yeah. So that is it. That is all. I hope it resonates, and I'll talk to you guys in the next reading. Bye.